Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and I have a quote here. It was introduced to me from Zach Arias, and it's by a guy named Edward Weston. And pay attention to this. This is amazing. The fact is that relatively few photographers ever master their medium. Instead, they allow the medium to master them and go on an endless squirrel cage chase from new lens to new paper to new developer to new gadget, never staying with one piece of equipment long enough to learn its full capacities, becoming lost in a maze of technical information that is of little or no use since they don't know what to do with it. Edward Weston, 1927. That was said in 1927. Replace developer, darkroom with plugins, internet, every little dome and modifier and accessory, and pare it back down to that. He's saying that most of the photography community worries about what lens should I buy, what gadget should I get next. But that's not what it's about. Use what you have. Learn what you have. Be able to just fully know it like the back of your hand. The lens you have, you should know it. You should know that if you start with a 35-1.8, which is something that I recommend, or a 50-1.8, that you know every situation that you walk into, what that lens will look like. You know what the focal length looks like, so you know in situations where that lens is going to be used and how it's going to be done properly. You're not spending your time going, oh, I need to get this lens, oh, I need to get this gadget, oh, this is going to make me a better photographer. You're going to make yourself a better photographer by learning your gear and understanding what you can do with it. So spend time with your equipment. Don't run out and say, Jared, what should I get the next body? I have a D7000. Or I have a D90. Should I get a D7000? No. So, don't just go out and buy every new piece of gear that you see because you think it's going to be the next thing that's going to set you apart. When everybody's buying this one piece of equipment, should you have it? I mean, just because everybody's buying it doesn't mean that it's going to be good for you. This was a quote said in 1927, and I think it resonates more today than it did back then. There were less people capable of going in the darkroom and worrying about what paper to use and what lenses to use. You master your craft. And some of us, most of us will never fully master what we do. I don't know if I'll ever master my craft. I mean, I'm just going to start going off and understanding lighting better. One light, off the camera. I'm going to try it. I'm going to force myself to become a better photographer by immersing myself in everything I can do to learn how to use off-camera flash. I can go shoot candid photos with my D3S at 5,000 ISO any day of the week. But can I light a portrait? Can I, take a band when there's no light and have the sky balanced with them, or the sun in the background with them in the foreground, and both of them working hand in hand? So I know that it's just going to be one light and one umbrella and a stand, and I got to learn how to use that before I can add 2 lights, before I can add 3 lights. It starts with one. So it just starts with just learning your craft, learning what you have. I mean, this quote is just amazing. I mean, it was said in 27, and it's not 100 years yet, but 80-some years later, and it holds true today. I mean, when it says gadgets and never staying with one piece of equipment long enough to learn its full capacities, it just speaks true now, more so than it did then. And just think about it, guys. The gear doesn't make you better. It's what you do with the gear that allows you to get great images. So don't get stuck in buying every single help book that's out there, or buying every little accessory that comes out because you think it's going to make you better. You could probably make half of the things that are out there that are these modifiers that are there, and you can probably just make them yourself for like $5 and get the same results. So don't run out and buy every little thing that comes out for photography or for photographers. Just learn what you have. Learn how to fully use it. And if there's something in your bag that you're not using, get rid of it. Replace it with something that you will be using. And that's really it. So this quote is up on the screen, or it's in the post. Read it and just sit there and think about that for a second, and think where do I fall into this? Do I buy every plug-in for Lightroom? Do I try every new gadget that comes out? Do I think I need to own everything that I say? Just because I use it doesn't mean that, somebody should go out and buy it. It works for me, So, that's what it comes down to. We talk about mentality a lot. Get into the habit of, the suggestion for beginners that I always have is start with a body and start with one fixed focal length lens. Learn how to use that. Force yourself to move your feet. Force yourself to understand what's going on. And from then on, you could start building from there. And that's about it. Good luck. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.